Pura Luhur Uluwatu. Pura Luhur Uluwatu or Pura Uluwatu is a temple located in the area of Pecatu village, Kuta district, Badung. This temple, which is located on the southwestern tip of the island of Bali, on a step and high rope platform jutting into the sea, is a Satkayangan temple which is believed by Hindus to support the 9 winds. This temple was originally used as a place to worship a holy priest from the 11th century named Empu Kuturan. He passed down the teaching of the traditional village with all its regulations. This temple is also used to worship the next holy priest, namely Dang Hyang Nirarta, who came to Bali at the end of 1550 and ended his holy journey with what is called moksa or ngeluhur in this place. This word is the origin of the name Pura Luhur Uluwatu. Uluwatu Temple is located at an altitude of Garuda Wisnu Kencana. Garuda Wisnu Kencana Cultural Park is a tourist park in the southern part of the island of Bali. This tourist park located in Ungasan village, South Kuta district, Badung Regency, about 40 kilometers south of Denpasar, the capital of Bali province. In this cultural park area, it is planned to establish a Balinese landmark or mascot, namely a giant statue of Dewa Wisnu, who was riding his mount Garuda, was 120 meters high. The Garuda Wisnu Kencana Cultural Park area is located at an altitude of 146 meters above ground level or 263 meters above sea level. In that area, that is also the Garuda statue, which is right behind the Wisnu Plaza. In the Garuda Plaza, where the 18 meters high Garuda statue is temporarily placed. At this time, Garuda Plaza is the focal point of a large hallway of limestone carved pillars covering more than 4,000 square meters of open space, namely the Lotus Pond. The colossal limestone pillars and monumental statue of the Garuda Pond, Garuda make for a very exotic place. With a capacity that can accommodate up to 7,000 people, Lotus Pond has earned a good reputation as the perfect place to hold large and international events. That is also the statue of Vishnu's hands, which is part of the statue of Lord Vishnu. This is one step closer to completing the complete Garuda Wisnu Kencana statue. This work was placed temporarily in the Tirta Agung area. On September 22, 2018, President Joko Widodo and First Lady Iriana Joko Widodo attend the inauguration of the Garuda Wisnu Kencana statue.
Okay, the next destination is Mandala Suci Ramana, or well known as Kapuk Monkey Forest. This is the sanctuary and natural habitat of the Balinese long-tailed monkey, scientific name Macaca fascicularis. It is located at Padang Tekal, Bukit Bali. About 1,049 monkeys live in the sanctuary. They are divided into 6 groups, namely in front of main Kapuk group, North Conservation Group, Central Point Group, Eastern Group, Michelin Group, and Secretaries Group. Monkey Forest describes its mission as conservation of the area within its boundaries according to the Hindu principle of Trihata Karana, three ways to reach spiritual and physical well-being, which seeks to make people live harmoniously during their lives. The three ways to this goal undertook Trihata Karana to train and harmonize relationships between humans and humans, between humans and the natural environment, and between humans and the supreme God. Accordingly, the Monkey Forest has a philosophical goal of creating peace and harmony for visitors from all over the world. It also seeks to conserve rare plants and animals for use in Hindu rituals and to provide a natural laboratory for educational institutions, with a particular emphasis on research into the social interaction of the park's monkey with one another and their interaction with the park's natural environment. The Monkey Forest grounds have a forest conservation area, a public hall and gallery, an open stage, a canteen, a first aid center, a police post, parking and toilet facilities, and a composting facility. The Monkey Forest grounds are home to three Hindu temples, all apparently constructed around 1350. First, the Pura Dalam Agung Padang Tegal or Padang Tegal Great Temple of Death, also known as the main temple, lies in the southwestern part of the park. The temple is used for worshipping the god Yamidi in personification of Shiva, the recycler or transformer. Second, the Pura Beji or Beji Temple, in the northwestern part of the park, is used for the worship of Yamidi in personification of the goddess Ganga, a holy spring bathing temple. It is a place of spiritual and physical cleansing and purification prior to religious ceremonies. And the last is the Pura Prajapati or Prajapati Temple, located in the northwestern part of the park, is used to worship Yamidi in personification of Prajapati. The cemetery attached to this temple reside the bodies of the deceased for temporary burial while they await a mass cremation ceremony held once every 5 years. The temples play an important role in the spiritual life of the local community, and the monkey and its mythology are important in the Balinese art tradition. The Monkey Forest area is scientific by the local community, and some parts of it are not open to view by the public. Secret area of the temples are closed to everyone except those willing to pray and wear proper Balinese praying attire. Open Monkey Forest has local guides and staff ready to assist you during your visit. You can learn about the cultural and historical significance of the sites and temples within the sanctuary grounds. The Menara staff might be able to help you retrieve items stolen by the monkeys. You should also avoid wearing any loose jewelry or clothing, as the monkeys may easily snatch a necklace or bag to find something interesting enough to eat. As with an holy site in Bali, women on their period should not enter the temple grounds. The Ubud Monkey Forest is within a 10-minute walk of most guest house and reside along the main roads of Jalan Hanuman and the namesake Jalan Monkey Forest. Ubud Monkey Forest located near the central center of Ubud and not far from the Ubud Palace. To be precise, Jalan Wana-Wana Padang Tegal Village, Ubud Gianyar, about 36 kilometers away from Denpasar or Kuta, and can be reached in 2 hours when driving a car or motorcycle. Next destination is Besaki Temple. Besaki Temple is a pura complex in the village of Besaki on the slope of Mountain Agung in Eastern Bali, Indonesia. It is the most important, the large and holiest temple of Hindu religion in Bali and one of a series of Balinese temples. Perched nearly 1,000 meters up the side of Gunung Agung, it is an extensive complex of 23 separate but related temples with the large and most important Beng Pura Penataran Agung. The temple is built on 6 levels terraced up the slope. The entrance is marked by a candi bentar or split gateway, and beyond it, the Kori Agung is the gateway to the second courtyard. The precise origins of the temple are unclear, but its importance as a holy site almost certainly dates from prehistoric times. The stone base of Pura Penataran Agung and several other temples resemble megalithic step pyramids, which date back at least 2,000 years. It was certainly used as a Hindu place of worship from 1284, when the first Javanese conquerors settled in Bali. By the 15th century, Besaki had become a state temple of the powerful Gilgil dynasty. Pura Besaki is a complex made up of 23 temples that sit on parallel ridge. It has stepped terraces and flights of stairs which ascend to a number of courtyards and brick gateways that in turn lead up the main spire or melon structure, which is called Pura Penataran Agung. All this is aligned along a single axis and designed to lead the spiritual person upward and closer to the mountain, which is considered sacred. The main sanctuary of the complex is the Pura Penataran Agung. The symbolic center of the main sanctuary is the lotus throne or Padmasana, which is threefold. The ritual focus on the entire complex. It dates to around the 17th century. A series of eruption of Mount Agung in 1963, which killed approximately 1,700 people, also threatened Pura Besaki. The lava flow missed the temple complex by mere meters. The saving of the temple is regarded by the Balinese people as miraculous and a signal from the gods that they wish to demonstrate their power but not destroy. The monument is the Balinese faithful had erected.
Halo guys, my name is Maritza Salsabila Matriwirya Putri. Kecak dance. As an icon of the Island of the good, the Kecak dance is one of the most wonderful dance art the visiting Bali. Many local and international tourists will take the time to watch this dance performance. Yes, telling the story of the Ramayana, this dance has individual uniqueness. Unlike other dances that are accompanied by music, the Kecak dance is only accompanied by the horse of chak 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 chak. From the male dance, the voice are arranged in such a way that they become harmonious and will know music in the course. Even the name Kecak is also taken by the son of the dance chak. Great in the 1930s, Iwayan Limbak is the figuran behind this dance. He is a dance from Bona Village, Gianyar, Bali. Together with the group of Walter Space, a German painter, support become the initiator of the birth of the Kecak dance. Not only that, they also population this dance in Europa country. The idea of the making his food was inspired by the Sanghayan ritual, which added the Ramayana story to it. The Sanghayan ritual is a Balinese traditional to reject reinforcement by communicating with God or the spring of the ancestor. Launching the negriku-indonesia.com page, the dance that tells the story of Rahwana, King Nepin of Sinta, is played by 50 dance or more. Besides consisting of the main character, namely Rahma, Sinta, Hanuman, Sugriwa, and Rahwana, there are also accompany dancer. The accompany dancer with are generally male, functional, Ashton regulation, solo, composer, and puberty who control the storyline. Now, during the snow, the player will forget to also have a flower bucket in one of their are. Okay, next Tanah Lot. Tanah Lot is one of the important temple for Balinese Hindu, and the location of the temple is located on a large rock which is of the Kush. Tanah Lot Temple is a tourist icon of the island of Bali. Besides that, it is one of the famous tourist objects on the island of Bali that must be visited because of the popularity of tourist attraction in Bali. Almost every day, this tourist attraction is always crowded with tourist visit. The temple was built in two different places. One temple is located on a large boulder, and the other is located on a tree that juts into the sea. Similar to the tourist attraction of Pura Luhur Uluwatu Bali, this cliff connects the temple to the mainland as well as a curved cliff shape like a brick. Tanah Lot Temple is part of the Kahyangan Jagat Temple in Bali, intended as a place to worship the god of the sea god. At high tide, the temple will apart so that we see water. Underneath, there is a small cave in which there are several sea snakes. Men will at high that you will be able to walk closer to the temple location. Holy snake. Holy snake have charcoal tip tail, flat like a fish, black and yellow. According to the story, the sea snake was the incarnation of the temple swallow. The temple founder was a Brahmin from Java who wandered to Bali, named Dangyang Nirta. It is said that the holy snake Tanah Lot was assigned to guard the temple.
Pandawa Beach is one of the tourist areas in the southern Kuta area Baduk, Regency Bali. This beach is located behind the hills and is often referred to as the Secret Beach. Around this beach there are two fire lines still, on one side of which are carved 5 statues of Pandavas and Kunti. The 6 statues are sequentially from the highest position, given the names of Dewi Kunti, Dharmawangsa, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, and Sadewa. Apart from tourist and water sport purpose, this beach is also used for seaweed cultivation because of the sloping contour of the beach and waves that do not reach the shoreline. Quite a number of tourists do paragliding from Bukit Tibis to Pandawa Beach. This coastal area is also often used as a location for shooting for FTV soap operas. Due to the increasing interest of tourists to visit Pandawa Beach, this beach has undergone changes and improvement to a very adequate facilities and infrastructure, and it is hoped that in the future Pandawa Beach will be one of the beaches on the island of Bali which is parallel to the previously famous beach such as Kuta Beach or Sanu Beach. Krishna Bali. Krishna Bali is a shop that offers a variety of products in the form of cartoon, tissue